Hello and welcome to the second tutorial on the Microsoft Word series. In this video we will be discussing line spacing and paragraph spacing in more intrinsic details. Now, first things first, let's just discuss how a font is composed. So, if you have the font, there are a few main lines which are very important. Firstly, and probably the most important of them all, is your baseline. The baseline is the line on which the font is written, and the paragraph and line spacing distances are measured from baseline to baseline. Another two very important lines are the ascender height and the descender height. Distance between your ascender height and your descender height is actually your font size. Now, if you have multiple lines of font, you can see the ascender to descender is your font size, the line spacing is measured from baseline to baseline, and the paragraph spacing is also measured from baseline to the baseline. 2 points equals 1 inch, and the line space will be given in a fraction in Word, and it's specifically a fraction that is greater than 1, and you multiply this fraction by the point size in order to get the distance of your line spacing in points. So with a 1.5 line spacing with font size 12, you get a 18-point distance for your line space. Paragraph spacing is just the line spacing plus a specified point distance, and this point distance you just literally specify in Word. So a 12-point paragraph space with 1.5 line spacing and font size of 12 is just 18 points plus 12 points, which is 30 points for this paragraph. Now, let's look how Word implements these. Firstly, I will not be using styles, so I will have to highlight all of the text. You can adjust your line space fairly quickly by just clicking on the line spacing tool, which is under the Home tab under Paragraph. 1 equals single line spacing, 1.5 is 1.5 line spacing, double line spacing, and etc. etc. So you can see the distance between the baselines increases or decreases. So you can see the distance between the baselines decreases as I decrease the ratio with which the font size will be multiplied. So the distance between the baseline to baseline in single line spacing is equal to the distance from the ascender to the descender. Now, mostly we will be working with 1.5 line spacing. Another way to adjust your line spacing, and the only way to adjust your paragraph spacing, is to go to paragraph settings. Now, paragraph settings can be found at the bottom right of your functional area group. There is a button, and you will click it, and it brings up this menu to you. We are only interested in this small block over here, which says spacing, and this spacing is before the paragraph and after the paragraph. You can also adjust your line spacing with this drop down menu. The spacing before the paragraph, when you increase it, you can see the distance between the top paragraph and the distance at the top of the paragraph increases, and the distance between paragraphs will therefore also increase. If you adjust the after paragraph spacing, only the distance below the paragraph will change, and this will also create a bigger difference in paragraph distances. Okay, that concludes this video on line spacing and font sizing. Please join us next time when we will be discussing styles in more detail.